Now, speaking of joy, Reclaim Your Joy offers guidance to live vibrantly after loss. Could you actually share one or two transformative tips that individuals can implement to start rediscovering joys in their lives?
One, excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold,
Oh,
so
no,
I'm
no
pretty scratchy
problem.
here.
It's okay.
uh, uh, One of the things that I tell people first is to practice good self-care. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to be smiling and laughing and stuff. So you really need to do that first. And then find a way that you can do something positive for somebody else, something you're going to feel good about. And with me, it was sharing these writing classes. And we'll get talking because we always talk about what we wrote. Well, I'll give them a prompt and then we write together and then we break into small groups uh, so everybody gets to share something about what they wrote. And by doing that, the people are finding things that they really are happy about, things that are making them feel better. And sometimes it's just the prompt. Like one time I had this inspiration and I'm not sure where I got it from, but what I told him that day was imagine if you're going to write a children's book about grief and just write within, and they only write for like 10 minutes, so it's not like you're writing a whole outline or something. But what would you include in that book? Well, they loved it. I was surprised how what they got out of this and what they created in that short period of time. And they shared in their individual groups. And when they came back to the big room, and we always talk a little bit about, well, what'd you learn in your group? Everybody was wanting to share, well, I did this and I did that. And they were smiling. And I've had several of them say, tell me, I'm still working on that book and I'm going to get it published. And you wouldn't have thought something like that. So you need to put yourself in a place where there is joy, there is happiness. Don't deprive yourself of things that you know that in the past you've loved to do. Like I love to listen to live music. I'm going to a youth symphony concert this afternoon, but I also love to go see jazz and I love to go listen to dance music and whatever kind of music. I just love music. And I enjoy that so much and it makes me happy. And so I search for places where I can go, where I can hear live music, where I can see the musicians as they perform. That I always play this little game. I like to sit as close as I can to where the musicians are performing, and I will look directly at them while they're performing. Because one thing that I've heard musicians say more than anything else is people don't pay attention when they're playing. You can go someplace because somebody's playing there that's really good and everybody's trying to talk louder so they'll be over the mics, you know. But when you sit there and you look at them, they just really respond. They'll start like singing to you because they know they've got an audience. Even if it's an audience of one, they're singing to somebody who they know appreciates them, and it just enhances the experience for everybody. So find places that you can go and do things that either it's brought you joy in the past or it was something that you always wanted to do, and go there.
Yeah, go where it makes you happy, where it feels like at home, where it just like, oh, my spirit belongs here. It feels
Mhm.
good. Yeah. The funny story I'm going to share with you too. So my mom, well, she remarried. So I have a stepdad, and they just celebrated their silver anniversary, their 25-year anniversary. But they've already planned out. Okay, so let me back up a little bit. My mom loves planning parties. She's always planning parties. She's always, the event coordinator of everything. She planned my whole beautiful quinceañera when I was 15.
Yeah.
She just plans everything. She's so good at it too. I'm not so good at those things. But so she planned her whole funeral already, and even to the what the food is going to be served. I'm like, but she has so much joy in planning this. I'm like, mom. She even brought, so my stepdad and her brought my son, my older son, not the little ones, brought us to where they're going to be buried. She wants to be cremated, but my stepdad wants to be buried. And he was describing the suit he wants to wear. And they were laughing, they're like, yes, because it's over at a cemetery where you can kind of see everything. You can see the city. So yeah, you can come up here and, there you can see fireworks if we can spend fireworks with us for 4th of July or and they were so happy. I'm like, I've never seen anyone so excited about their space that they're going to rest in and sharing it with their family. But their attitude was just like so happy. So it made me like, okay, maybe I should be okay with this, But deep down, I'm like, no, don't die anytime soon.
Yeah.
We need you. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. They were just so happy to share with us their resting spot.
I love that. And that's so healthy, so beautiful. I have a friend whose mother wanted to plan her service. And so they did quite a few years ago, actually. The two of them sat down and worked through the whole thing, the music, the food, the whole works, where it's going to be, what she's going to wear. And since then, they've gotten together every year to update it because she's now in her 90s. They didn't expect her to live that long, and things keep changing. And so they keep getting back saying, okay, what are we going to do this year?
Oh, wow.
They just have a great time with that together. And it's a good, healthy conversation to have with a loved one. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, yeah. So it made me feel better. Like, okay, if they're happy about it when they pass, then I should be happy for them if they're happy, because, but I don't want them to go. I love them.
No,
I
that's
love
true.
them.
That's understanding too.
Yeah, no. Yes.